having my roots done. It's really similar to her
I know,
today.
right?
Hello, team.
Just have my roots done.
Roz has just had her roots done. As you do. As you do.
Hey guys,
I'm thinking that means hair
welcome
roots.
to Live at the Lightbox.
That's right. Is
On
that
a
hair roots?
Friday afternoon, yeah. Look.
Hair roots, not other
Oh, good.
Right,
Like,
good.
fantastic hairdresser, Mel.
Oh,
Mel
good.
from Colour Me Mel. Give her a plug.
Colour Me Mel.
Yeah.
I was
You'd send her, bro.
I would.
You
I would
send
give
her,
her
bro.
I was going to say I shouldn't be hearing this, but go on. Go on.
You got no hair.
That's right.
Yes. You got
I only
no
heard
hair.
the roots were.
Oh, you did, yeah. Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
Mark West.
So, Mark,
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Mark West.
Happy
With that
Friday.
deadly profile pic, which I'm always scared when I look at it. I don't know why, it just freaks me out. So, Roz, talk us through it. So, you're talking about what's happening in Gladstone today. What's going on?
Well, the biggest thing in
What's going
Gladstone,
on?
has your house sold yet?
No!
Mellifont Street. Still there, hey?
It's the best house in the Sunshine State ever.
Come on, guys, get on it.
Get on it.
Get on it.
Surely.
Please, then I can stop hearing about it. I can stop hearing about Mellifont Street.
Oh, turn it.
There's heaps happening in Gladstone. Another
Is it?
major
Oh,
announcement today. Glenn
oh,
Butcher
no.
announced
Butcher's
the
doing good,
abattoir. Yeah, abattoir's been approved by. Hang on, I'm just trying to find the post here now. Actually, there was a couple of things today.
300
Butcher's
construction
been-
jobs?
Yes, and operational jobs, which is great.
That's good.
Yeah.
Where's it going?
I think I read that too. So
Right, in Gladstone, obviously.
yes.
The wider Gladstone area,
Yes.
which could be anywhere from
Here we
to
go.
like
I'm on the wrong
Rockhampton.
page. Sorry, Butchie. Just negotiating your page.
That's it. Is he doing good?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
good.
no. Glenn, they also had, I think, at the fire station. There was a new.
I think.
Yeah, at one
Announcement
point,
of fire station.
I saw Matt Burnett post something. We'll talk about that later.
Right.
Kerry Lyle. Hey, Kerry.
G'day, Nick.
Here's Nick.
Mate, here's Nick.
Nick on a
Here's
Friday.
Nick. We always
So-
love this bloke. He's the most painted man
Here he
in
is.
Australia. He would have more war paint on him than ever.
There you go.
Is it true that it makes you 10% tougher when tattoos or not?
It's not true.
Oh,
Not really?
No.
you just look tough,
You've
Nick.
got the body, mate. You've got he's the man, this bloke. Only pulls all the chicks.
So, announcement today. Glenn Butcher announced high-tech abattoir in Gladstone set to deliver 308 construction jobs and 335 operational jobs.
Holy shit.
It's been approved by the Queensland's Independent Coordinator General. Application for Asia Pacific AgriCorp's $308 million project. So, last week, $1 billion ammonia plant approval. I think that still has some stages to get through.
Oh, has it?
But yeah, exciting news for Gladstone.
But this one here is 100% go, is it?
I believe so, from the little article
what
that
you're
Glenn's,
saying
yeah, from the article that.
That's good.
So that's really great news for Gladstone.
Just tell us where it's going. No.
It's the plant will.
Calliope. Right.
Yeah, it is Calliope.
Calliope. Won't that be good for that?
I don't know if it is in Calliope. It's Leo.
Oh, Leo Valentine.
Yeah, Neil Ballantyne and Dan Daly.
Oh, okay.
They're cattle, Calliope cattle farm.
There you go.
The article
Well,
said.
let's
So
hope, huh?
yeah,
What's
so
a high-tech abattoir? How's that different to a low-tech abattoir?
well, it's probably a lot more
Yeah,
computerized. and-
robotic. So
Yeah.
we get the cows through on like a
But
robot.
it's going to have the capacity to process up to 2,400 head of cattle per day. So it's massive,
Does
really
that mean
massive.
our local farmers will be able to grow more cows?
I think from previous discussions I've had with Glenn, it'll be cattle from all over Queensland.
right.
Yeah, so
I would have.
I'm not sure.
Yes.
Buzz here today.
Buzz here in
If
the
you hear a
background
squeaky
too.
little voice in the
That's
background
it.
there.
That's it. And yes, Kelvin.
But it is great news for Gladstone. There's a lot of really great minor projects too.
Yeah, what are
we were
they?
talking
Talk
about
me
the
through it.
Calliope High School is going to start construction soon. I believe that's a
Oh.
4-year project. If I say anything wrong, I am putting a
hold your
disclaimer in now. I'm not an expert.
And I
I'm
am
just
too. Roz is the
trying to
expert.
remember what
Roz,
I've heard out there.
Roz is accountable for all the
No,
things said
I'm
on
not
this
accountable
video,
for anything.
even for what I say.
Anything. Well, last week was interesting. All the pickup lines. We've had a lot of great feedback from our live last week. So
I spoke to someone. She was laughing. As soon as she saw me start laughing, she said, "That was such a funny video."
it was quite funny.
She actually couldn't believe that I wouldn't say any of those. She said, "Surely you'd go and try one of them if you wanted to get onto a chick." I said, "Maybe I would. I don't know."
Did you get any feedback from Zach?
Got people
Oh
talking.
no, Zachy, my boy, didn't give me anything. I don't think he even watches these. He wouldn't even know I did it. God love him.
No,
He
it doesn't say. Oh, hang on. It'll be, there you go. So the abattoir will be located in Gladstone State Development Area. So
Where's that?
At Yarwun.
Oh,
yeah. So
Yarwun.
State Development Area, sort of
Nice.
that Aldoga where
Oh,
our industry
yeah,
is out there. They've
yeah,
set
yeah.
aside the state development
Right.
land for future projects.
Oh,
So
very good.
yes, so we've got a couple of big solar plants coming. One out there near Aldoga,
Jeez.
one at Rods Bay.
There'll be work everywhere in Gladstone soon for everyone.
Yeah, look, I think people have
At
to,
houses.
there'll be a lot of, obviously, people who are naysayers who are, it's never going to happen and all that sort of stuff.
We won't listen to them, Ross.
No, but, people just have to probably,
Fix this shit
make
up.
sure, things appear in the paper. So there is a process that companies have to go through to get a lot of approvals. There's financial approval, there's environmental approvals, all that sort of stuff. So sometimes when there's not, when there's an announcement, it may be preliminarily approved. So
It's just a shame that people go straight to the negative.
they do, but they also have to take some responsibility and read and investigate
That's right.
it. And Glenn Butcher,
Understand.
Matt Burnett, they're all available to talk if you want clarification of anything.
Yeah.
So make sure that you don't just jump on the bandwagon of it's either going to never happen or it's going to make Gladstone boom again, because obviously the different stages that these things have to go through can take some time.
Absolutely.
And I believe it's the same with Adani. The Adani mine, there's still a lot of approvals that has to go through.
Yeah.
And
they're going to pay for themselves. Yeah.
Well, ever since I've lived in Gladstone, there's been talk of what was originally supposed to be the steel plant, Boulder Steel. So I think it's 25 years now since that was first supposed to be coming to Gladstone. So
maybe people are justified.
well, people just, that sort of thing happens, and that's what people tend to focus on. But they have to also focus on what has actually been approved and built in Gladstone. So I think that it's really important to, make sure that you don't just read it as a headline in the newspaper and expect that it's going to happen.
Do you research?
Research, get educated, talk to your member. There is a lot of information out there. Google it.
Julie Guinea's on today.
Google
Hello,
it.
baby.
Hi,
Jason
Julie.
Barrett, and Webster George.
I'm just going to find the other announcement.
Nudgy,
Matt Burnett, I think, posted on today. There is.
And this is massive. This is probably the biggest news ever, bar none. So listen, sit down now. The Agnes Water Triathlon's on this week.
I thought you were going to say the speed dating at the Lightbox tonight. We're giving them a plug, remember?
Well, we can do that too.
Oh, we need to do that. We need to get more men.
We need to get more men.
Yeah,
here,
actually
can't we?
tonight, if you know any
Right,
single
just-
men over 30, the Lightbox have asked us to
Nice.
please let everybody know.
Coffee.
Please let everybody know. There's plenty of women apparently have
Plenty of
registered
women.
for the women's table's nearly full.
Well, then, no
And
blokes.
they need more guys. So if you know some single guys over 30, they are asking for people to register tonight. It's 6 o'clock mixer, so everybody gets to meet. And at 7 o'clock, they are starting the speed dating, which will be very entertaining to watch.
And if you're a male out there and you don't know what to say, go back, refer to our live
Yes.
last week.
No, they actually give you.
They give you
topics
cards,
to
or they
talk
give
about.
you
We're trying to get
topics.
people to watch our live from last week.
Oh, that's it.
Go back and watch the live about the pickup lines,
right.
and probably use most of them would be what not to say.
Right, that's right. Oh,
No.
shit. Agnes Water Try.
Yes.
Let's, if you can, if you're any sort of an athlete out there at all, which means if you can breathe, and you can stand, and you've got running shoes and a push bike and a pair of goggles, or you can borrow them or you steal them.
So if
either
you're
or,
Anton
just don't
Guinea,
keep mine.
basically.
Well, no, not really. There's plenty of
Can't
people.
find it.
You'll be amazed how many people out there can actually build with this stuff.
Yeah, but can and wanting.
That's
are two
right,
totally
and that's what I'm
different
trying to encourage. This is like trying to get people motivated.
Yes.
It's a bit of a big gig triathlon, but I'll tell you what, you life changer.
Yeah.
And don't do it because it's addictive. So you'll start this week and you'll never ever be able to stop. Now,
And you were just saying you've lost 13 kilos.
13 kegs, 13 big, 13 and a half.
That's amazing.
And we've still got another 12, 13 to go. I'm only halfway, girl. I thought it was easy to drop 25 kilos, but apparently it's not that easy. I haven't done it for a while.
It's never easy. It doesn't matter how you lose weight. It's never easy.
I know.
Because I've lost 87 kilos, remember? 87.
That's huge. And I've got this great little nutritionist. Have you met Jocelyn Walker yet?
Yes.
She is good, that is. She's great. Julie went to see Jocelyn this morning. So interesting.
Jules.
And Jocelyn wants me to race without carbohydrates on Sunday. She wants me to race on fat, which I've got plenty of, which is an interesting process. Barbara's also just joined. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Hi, Barb. Sit across the table from us.
Now, the reason that I said that is, can I go off topic? I know we're going to talk about Gladstone.
We don't really have a topic today, so just go for it.
Yeah, did you find anything more about Gladstone?
Happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's some exciting businesses opening. We talked recently about the
Is
deli
that open
place.
yet?
The deli plate, not October.
Nearly. Oh my gosh, if you
And
have
don't
not
forget
jumped
the
on the deli plate in Gundoon Street, it's opening opposite the council chambers, and
Candy
have
Coach-
a look
Coach-
at their Facebook page.
Oh.
The photos will blow your mind. They're going to stock some yummy stuff.
They got cheese.
And the candy store,
Candy Coach.
store.
it's called Candy Couture, is opening.
Where's that?
Ironically, next to the Urella gym.
Oh, out of Clinton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, the
over near
gym,
Subway
then the
there,
lolly.
Yeah,
and you
the
can get
garden lovers.
lollies on the way out of the gym. I think
Yeah.
that's perfect.
That is
And they
a winner.
have Dippin'
That is-
Dots.
What's it?
Yeah, Dippin' Dots
are they
ice
the
cream. They're gonna,
yes.
so they have. It's
That's-
actually like little tiny balls of
Right,
ice cream, and it's
yes.
oh my gosh, it's just
Oh, to
amazing.
die for. We had
Amazing.
some at the Gold Coast Marathon, Julie, if you remember. Beautiful.
Also, if you are an old Tannum resident, you would remember Gone Bonkers. So
Gone
Gone Bonkers was a discount store that was opening in Gladstone for many years. In Tannum for many years. Very, very highly anticipated. The owners of Gone Bonkers left town. They have returned. They are
What
reopening.
do they sell at Gone Bonkers?
They're reopening. I think it's called Bits Bargains.
So it's Solly's.
But they're a locally owned business,
Right,
so they'll be
right.
stocking their own.
$2.
Really great for Guantanamo. I also heard a whisper today. Please confirm or deny if anybody does know the answer to this, that the Gladstone Night Owl news agency is reopening. I
Same
did hear
owner?
today. I'm not sure. I just heard a rumor. Please confirm or deny if
That'd be
anybody
cool.
does know that the news agency at the Night Owl is reopening.
That'd be good news.
Miss it so much. It was
Do
such
ya?
a perfectly located
Really?
news agency. Just had beautiful gifts and everything.
Oh, I love. That's what I bought up there. Little gifty things.
Yeah, it's a
And
great.
vases and stuff.
Oh, it's awesome, awesome place, and really well located there.
Yes.
So
And a good
if
variety.
anyone
they
does
have.
know if that's the truth, the Night Owl news agency open,
Wow.
be fantastic. What else is happening?
Well, I'll tell you what else is happening. Oh, the rodeo.
Oh, Calliope Rodeo
Holy
is this
shit.
weekend. Can you check what was on an Agnes we were trying to find out this weekend too?
Try.
So, no, I
This
think
place
there's
is
some
booming.
seafood prawn festival or something. We thought.
Gladstone's going
And can I just
nuts.
give a really big plug? Barb and I spent last weekend down at Lagoons, 1770. I was very, very fortunate to win the major prize at the International Women's Day breakfast that Zonta held this year. Glenn Butcher, thank you very much for pulling my number out of the hat.
What'd you win?
I won 2 nights accommodation at Lagoons and a trip on the Lark.
WTF.
I cannot tell you how lucky we are, so fortunate to have such a beautiful region.
Place. On our doorstep.
1770 and Agnes Water are just the most spectacular place to stay. We just got away for a couple of nights, relaxed down there. The beaches are amazing. The climate is beautiful. Lagoons cannot thank you enough for how much you looked after us. It was beautiful, and thank you so much for donating those prizes. And Glenn Butcher, thank you so much for pulling my name out of the barrel. We had the most relaxing time. I have never been on the Lark. I have to say, if you
What's the Lark?
it's the amphibious vehicle, so it goes land and water.
Holy shit.
We had the best tour guide, guy with a big bushy beard, best sense of humour,
Oh,
very
yeah.
knowledgeable.
Good lad.
We did the 1 hour sunset tour, so we left about 4:30, and we left Secretary Barb. We left the marina at about 4 sandbars, and then he does this really cool thing where he gets on the sandbar and then floors it into the water so that the water splashes all over you.
Really?
Fantastic, absolutely amazing. If you have an opportunity to go on the Lark, and thank you to the Lark Tours down at 1770 for donating that prize as well. Plug for them. So there's some really great little businesses down there as well. On the way into Agnes, we stopped. There's a homewares store there that have got the biggest range of homewares.
They've got a good beachy shop too.
Really
I bought
nice
some funky
shops.
trunks.
They've got a beautiful jewelry store. They've got boutiques. They've got, it's really pumping down there at the moment, and such moment school holidays.
What are house prices like
Really
these days?
We had a bit of a look in PRD's window down there. That's where Gordon works.
Oh,
Gordon from the
yes.
bank and Visiphon,
Yes.
who talked about
What a lovely
blockchain. Still
bloke.
trying to work that out.
Yeah, I'd still.
I believe there's a bit of property moving down there. I don't really know what prices are doing, but it is a nice place. A lot of people.
Can you call her at 6?
A lot of people. I was just taking a message for
That's
Anton
right.
on his phone. So yeah, really great place, Agnes.
It
It's
is, eh?
Beautiful.
really
Yeah, I
beautiful.
love it.
We actually
I did a
ran,
retreat down there.
I missed that one. Sorry,
That's all right.
unfortunately.
That's all right.
We actually rang the Lark before we went out, and they actually let you take a little esky with cheese and nibblies.
Right.
So we sat up the back, where the bad kids sit up the back of the bus with our little esky between us. We had put all our cabana and cheeses in, cut up in little zippy lock bags, and had our
Pate and brie.
sippy cups of alcoholic beverages. And it was such a great experience. The wildlife, the tour guide gave us a real rundown on the history, the Aboriginal culture,
Oh, you do?
the first sighting of land, obviously, with Captain Cook. And
Exciting
it was
land.
very, very interesting. Yeah, so obviously that's why 1770 is named the way that it is.
Highly recommend it.
Really great experience. So yeah, definitely get on the Lark.
Who have we got here? Rebecca Scarborough, Annie Brandenburg, John
Whitten, hey
John's on,
John Lynch,
Johnny Lynch,
Melissa Cameron, hey guys,
Nick McCauley.
Nick McCauley. I think someone else joined us up here. Look at all these people.
Holy crap! Oh,
Yeah, Brian Small,
We've got 1,000 people.
Owen Perrott.
We've got Owen, triathlon extraordinaire.
Is he going to be in Agnes?
Probably. No, probably not. It's
Okay.
too short for Owen. He's like an Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
He's as fit as all get out.
Oh, wow. George Bailey. Hi, George. Ian Webster.
Nudgy.
Oh, no.
No, the Nudgy. Ian Webster lives at Agnes.
Oh, and you
Yeah,
just
Chelsea's
are
down
very,
there.
very fortunate. It's the most
That's right.
beautiful place. Jason Burke and Ashley Dodd, welcome for Friday afternoon at the Lark.
Yes. So that's Agnes. What's going on down at your neck of the woods, Clyde? So we're building a school.
Oh, Calliope. Yeah, the
Is it
high
going nuts
school.
or not?
4-year construction, I
Oh,
believe.
it is. Is there really that many kids out there that we need a high school?
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Is there?
Calliope is an unbelievable town.
Is it?
It's the most amazing people. There's a lot of rural properties that Calliope services.
Right.
I have to just say, one of the best coffee shops on the planet.
No.
Oh, my very dear
What's the
friend
name of
Robin owns Coffee Inc. So I'm going to give Coffee Inc. a plug. If you're in Calliope, make sure you drop in and see Robin and the girls there.
Right. What about limestone clothing? Do you
Yeah,
shop there?
Desley.
Do you buy some
I
clothes
buy
there?
my lawn bowls clothes at
No
Limestone
way.
Clothing.
No
Yeah,
way.
great bowls club. We've just installed had our big permanent shade cover installed out there at the end of last year, early this year. So if you want to have a shot at bowls, they've got 2 big membership draws out there now. So Thursday and Friday night they have a super draw, members draw. Yes, there's actually, I think it's actually come and try bowls this month.
Try.
So lots of opportunity out at Calliope. It's a great place. There's there's a couple of new shops opening in Calliope. Salvos have just opened a store out there, which is great, and they're also getting
I'm going
a
straight
discount.
out there this
They're
weekend.
also getting, you can get great stuff at
I
Salvos.
know.
And
Vinny's.
supporting a great,
I'm a big Vinny's fan. Seriously.
great. I know. I love op shopping.
Mate, love it.
Supporting a great,
We do.
supporting
Yeah.
great
I give him a heap of stuff too.
charities, and yes, it's.
Some of my ties are from Vinny's.
I'm sure they
Every
are.
time that I wear them, people comment on it. I shit you not.
Do they say, is that tie from Vinny's?
No. They say, talk me through the tie. And I tell them it's $2. And I say, it's with my $3 shirt that I'm wearing. They say, really? Absolutely. True story. Nothing
No,
wrong
there's
with that at
nothing
all.
wrong with that.
No.
Some great things coming up in Gladstone. Actually, it's a massive weekend.
Yeah.
that big speed dating event here on at the Lightbox tonight for over 30s. That'll be nice
I've
and
never been to
entertaining.
one, so I don't know if
You probably don't need to go to a speed
I
dating.
don't think I will.
Beautiful
Not
wine.
never ever
For
going to go to a
educational
speed.
purposes.
100
That's what I mean,
years.
sitting over there on
Oh, it's very great. It's fun. We watched, like I said last week, my son and I watched the under 30s, and it was very entertaining. So good luck to everyone tonight.
Oh,
Hope you find
yeah.
the love of your life.
That'd be good. Imagine that.
Why not?
Imagine
There's a
that
few
in
people
30
coming
years.
that I think are egging for that. So
Now, very, very quickly, you don't have a blue shirt on today. Talk me through that.
no, it's Red Shirt Friday.
It's red shirt.
Remax.
Remax. Remax is red and blue. So
Right.
got my Remax red on.
Oh, I thought you had so you could have a Remax blue or a Remax red.
You could,
So you
yes.
got a little bit of both.
Yes, you have. You
So
have.
we don't have
Actually, you know what?
that. Talking through.
Speaker this weekend,
Speaking of it.
Thirsty Merc are playing at the Harvey Road Tavern tomorrow
No
night. If you like
way.
Thirsty Merc, get on at the Harvey Road Tavern.
Thirsty Merc.
Yep.
Are you going?
I might
I'm not
be
going
going.
then. I'm
No,
not
I
going
might
and
be
stuff.
going. Oh, look,
No
I've got
way.
my social calendar this weekend.
What, your social calendar always busy.
We have a massive
What are you
amount of
doing tomorrow
open
night?
homes
Open
tomorrow.
homes,
So, yeah.
You're busy as one legged tap dance.
Oh, honestly, there's so much on in town. It's not even funny.
Right.
And the other great
We'll
thing
just put
is
property at Golding Street tomorrow.
yeah,
Golding.
we have.
Open
We got,
it
the one we
Golding.
talked about last week.
Barb's
Yeah.
got that one by the sounds.
Nice little property down at Barney Point, open for
Or-
inspection tomorrow. 169,000. It's
Or
a
a nice,
bargain.
or a nice big one at Nullifont Street. Did we mention
And
that?
a nice little one at Barney Point.
What was that? What was the address?
32 Golding Street.
I'll come and have a look.
Actually, we've
What
got
time?
all
11.
price ranges. We have
Done
some
it.
fabulous
Done it.
properties. There's some really good
Got any
properties on the
renovators?
market
Does that need
around.
a touch up, that one?
Yeah, it does.
Is that a renovator's delight?
There's some good, really nice things about the house, but it could do with a bit of a birthday cosmetically. But
Absolutely.
great price.
What could we do? Okay, that's all right. We'll talk about that offline.
See you
Yes.
tomorrow morning.
See you tomorrow morning.
11 to
Absolutely.
11:30.
I'm serious.
Open house.
Saturday morning, Jules and I, that's all we do. You get going to the house. If you go from one to another, you can nearly go 10.
Ironically, I've been in the industry for 12 years.
You haven't seen
I have
one.
never seen you at an open house.
You would not believe Julie Guinea. Can you put on
Julie, I have seen
How many?
Julie. I
Yeah.
have seen Julie at
Oh,
an
but,
open
well,
house.
between, like, I would have done 3 or 4 last weekend. We're regular open home.
That's why you miss them.
But I only go Saturday
listings
mornings.
week.
When do you do
Saturday.
it? Saturday morning?
Yeah.
After that, Jules is on the job because I run out of puff after that, after about 3.
The
I'm gonna tag you
triathlon
in our
has,
open house post.
you have run out of puff
I have literally.
after running a marathon. Okay.
That's right. 'Cause Saturday,
Triathlon.
Saturday mornings to get home, we have brekkie, then we're out to open home. Jules looks at the paper, and we go and do our open home. And then Saturday album, we're going to ride off because I've been up since about 4 on Saturday morning.
Yeah, see, burning the candle at one end.
That's right, at both ends. But we're looking for our next property, see, and we've had a few offers in, and then we're waiting on our unit in Cairns to settle, which hasn't. We've got an estate agent up there.
Oh,
Who,
it's under contract.
no,
Oh, okay.
it was. We thought apparently not, which let another
To talk to you
property
about
down.
that. I need a new agent.
Oh well,
I'll
that's the
let you
second
do-
one.
Introduce you
To
to.
one. A Remax
Oh,
agent.
Tony Williamson is the king of Cairns.
Is that right?
Best real estate agent in
In
Cairns.
Cairns, absolutely.
They have their
Oh my
office in
gosh.
Whitfield Chapel. He bought a chapel, and it is
Is that
magnificent.
right?
He bought a chapel, and he's opened the
Where did you
Remax.
buy a chapel?
He's moved his Remax office to the Whitfield Chapel.
To the Whitfield.
Whitfield Chapel. You need to go there just to look at the
Okay.
chapel. It's
You would actually
amazing.
love him. He's the most energetic.
Actually, you
Is
would
he?
love him.
Really?
Tony, he's the king of
would.
Cairns.
You would.
King of
You would
Cairns.
love
He
him.
is Tony Williamson, king of
I
Cairns.
like that. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to put that on my
Gary
to-do
Jack's
list.
joined us. Hi, Gary. Did we get
Balmain.
Michael? We got Michael.
Do you remember Gary Jack from Balmain?
No.
He's a football fullback.
Wow,
State
you
of
know
origin
all the
fullback.
famous people.
Well, I don't, but I'm going to
All
reach
the
out
famous
and
nudgy people.
they're the famousest ones ever in the world. Now,
So what else is happening?
talking about famous people.
Oh,
So-
you had it.
Oh
this week.
man, I'm still buzzing.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
He is the bomb. I didn't realize. Now this guy's so down to earth.
Mm.
Such a nice bloke. Peter Murray's his name, and he commentates at Ironman triathlons. Right, he does
Wow.
25 of them a year. He's one of 3 people in the world who have the privilege of doing that.
Wow.
So he is one of the 3 best people at his job on the planet. Is that cool?
That is very
That's
cool.
freaking cool.
You're so passionate about it. I love it.
I am. I
Love
couldn't
the
believe it,
Love
mate.
the passion.
And I couldn't believe that he agreed to talk to me.
Mm.
He's such a nice guy. Mind you, I've been getting, every time I see him, I annoy him for a celebrity photo.
Yeah.
And he's always, all right, come on.
He's used to it.
He is.
Used to getting selfies.
That's right. And so he calls
I
us
always
over.
do that though. If I see
Oh,
someone
absolutely.
famous, I've got photos with lots of celebrities.
Shit, yes.
One of the best experiences. Tony Williamson, my friend from Cairns,
yeah,
the
yeah.
King of Cairns, I was just
Yeah.
telling you about.
Yeah.
Very good friends with Wally Lewis. He's actually been in the State of Origin. Tony's been in the State of Origin mentoring group for State of Origin. He didn't do this year because he sponsored the Northern Pride in Cairns.
Right.
But previous to that, I think 5 years prior to that, he was in the mentoring team. So he would go down before State of Origin and go
Mentor
into
the shit out of
camp.
them.
Well, basically, it's a group of business people who they pay to be in it, but it's you've got to be approved to be in it, and they actually go into camp so the young guys leading up to the games in Origin actually have somebody to talk to, keep them calm and work through whatever anxiety leading up to the game. And Tony was involved with that, so he's good friends with Wally Lewis, and so one year we were flying to Singapore for our Asia Pacific convention, and very, very big bonus was that the last State of Origin, which was the decider, and Queensland won, was on the night before we flew out to Singapore. So Tony and a heap of other friends of ours, we went to the State of Origin, and I met Lincoln Lewis, Wally Lewis's son.
Boy.
Yeah, my daughter was pretty stoked because I got a video of him saying hi to her at the game, and she showed all her friends, and he's very cute little thing.
I hear he's a good, nice little lad.
Yes, I think he was on Neighbours or something, Lincoln Lewis.
And he's playing some good footy, I hear.
Lincoln?
Yeah. Good football.
Didn't know he played football.
True story.
Ryan,
Ryan.
look out for the Roosters lineup next year.
Oh,
That's right.
yeah. We actually met in Agnes on the weekend.
It wasn't Ryan.
We met, no, it wasn't Ryan. We met
Corey Allen.
Corey Allen. Now, watch out for this guy. We met him when we were down at the Agnes Tavern last weekend with his mates. They caught the courtesy bus with us, and they were all celebrating. No?
Oh, but keep going.
Okay.
So
yeah, no,
we're looking
he'd
at-
just been signed
Is he a
with
Gladstone
the
boy?
Roos.
No, he's actually from Brisbane, but
Yeah,
just
Brisbane.
we
He's
met
actually,
him
actually
and I
been
want
playing
to
for the
public
he's been
record
playing
that
for
we
the
know
junior
him.
the Broncos, but he's just been signed up for a 3-year contract with the
Roosters.
was it the Roosters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Corey Allen.
Yeah.
That's good. Go.
because he was really glad that they lost,
Oh.
so that he can maybe
Yeah, he
win
said if
next
they
year.
lost last weekend, he said next week. No, he's a really nice young guy, and good luck to
Isn't
you,
that
Corey.
good? Good
So,
on you, brother. Good on you.
Yeah. So, Gladstone,
Gladstone, yeah, Gladstone's going gangbusters.
we got a bit more.
What else we got happening?
Well, I'm not sure when the hospital expansion starts.
That'll be good news. Unfortunately, because of the mail closing down, that was pretty sad.
Yeah,
That's
big loss for
heartbreaking.
Gladstone.
For our
Yeah,
private
Dr. Bush
patients.
and Cindy, that was a big loss for Gladstone,
Which is-
unfortunately.
Are they gone, have they?
They're
Did you
leaving.
not see that announcement?
Yeah,
It was
they-
heartbreaking.
Oh, I knew that
Both
the
leaving?
hospital was shut down, but I didn't know
Yeah.
they were leaving.
Cindy had to
Sure, it
resign
was
as a counsellor.
difficult
Because of the hospital.
decision for them.
Oh, that's sad.
Mm.
It was super sad.
He delivered one of our children, George Bush. Yes.
Oh, he actually, yeah, he's delivered a lot of
Right.
babies.
He
in
delivered my
Gladstone.
daughter,
A lot of babies.
and if
Right.
it wasn't for him going outside of the private sector,
Yeah.
I would be here healthy today.
Really?
So very grateful to them.
Very grateful. Yeah. No, he was good. He did
Yeah.
a really good job with Jules. And
Look at that.
who we got?
Chris Jones.
Amy, Donna,
Gary
Faye.
Jack. Hey guys,
It's all going on, team, isn't it?
It is.
Oh,
What was it? I was actually going to say something.
Me too.
About the hospital.
Were you?
Yeah, what's happening?
you
You go.
got there. Grandma's in there last week with pneumonia. So she's 99.
Oh
I've
my
decided
gosh.
I'm not going to do that long.
Really?
Too old. God love it. Too old. Grandma,
Although there's some very fit and healthy 99
There
year olds
are.
around.
I don't think triathletes get quite that old, but there's 81
Body
year old
breaks down.
people doing triathlons. So
Mm.
that's, what I was going to say was, I've been so lucky. I've had 2 conversations. How many? Is that? Oh, that's your phone. I'm gonna get all
Other real estate agents.
Yeah.
Do you want me to answer to you?
So
Tell him you should be watching my live.
Oh,
You should be.
I've got a really
Absolutely.
challenge with the last 5 minutes of this video. I'm going to ask you something. There was a guy. So I had 2 CEO chats today.
Mm.
So I'm out on the prowl at the moment, talking to people about what peak performance means to them, and what happiness means to them. So I had one CEO from a very big business in town this morning tell me that, and he said it was a Freudian slip, which means he didn't mean to say it. I said, "Oh, can we get on video?" He said, "I'm not going to be part of your circus."
Really?
That's what he said. And I said, "Mate, I've got feelings too."
Did you ask him to clarify?
I did. Oh, of course I did. He said it was a mistake. And I said, "Mate, I'm hurt."
was a mistake that he said it, or was a mistake what he said?
Oh. He said, I didn't mean that. I said, I know, but you said so. You need to tell me about what you mean by
What
that.
did he say?
Not much. No, he said, I didn't mean that. And he said, look, no, you know, I see you doing good work. And he said, I just don't do video.
Do you know video is the future of, like, everybody is saying you put video on Facebook instead of photos now.
And on
because you get more
LinkedIn
people
too.
and, yeah, exactly.
And they're saying also that you need to put subtitles on. It's all like literature.
Yeah.
Everyone watches their videos without noise.
Yes, they
That's
do.
the late.
Which is great because it's getting our kids back to reading.
Oh, that's
I can actually send you a program that does that.
good.
Yeah.
It's not like autocorrect.
Please.
Tara.
Tara.
Oh, yes.
So does it
Tara's,
take your words, or do you put the words in?
No,
there?
it takes your words.
Yeah, it actually, like,
Takes your words and
There might be a couple of things that you might need to correct, but
holy
it takes your
crap!
words.
I like
yeah,
that.
that's nice.
So for me, with a slight Kiwi accent, it doesn't take my words.
Right. Ironically,
Okay.
she's not a Kiwi.
I'm not even Kiwi.
So yeah, so I've been thinking about that all day. At that meeting very early this morning.
But that's just his opinion.
It is, and I think he's one of the most nicest blokes on the planet. So I don't think he meant that like it came out, but it did. And he said, "I know I can never take that back, and you can never unhear that." And I said, "You're right." He said, "Keep doing what you're doing." And I said, "Okay."
You need to you need to understand
Take that.
what place that's coming from, because
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people will say things because they actually have, you know, not envy, but they wish they could be as out there as you. And
Well, I don't think this guy's like that. That's the thing.
that's where a lot of times people will, like Bob saying last week, I don't want to be on camera. Some people just don't.
That's
like
right, and I think
doing
that's,
it,
I think
so-
that's all it was.
Yeah,
It's just a Freudian slip.
he
People-
probably just could have chosen better
Well,
words.
that's right. So I let him off the hook. He's such a good guy, and I really love him. He's really deep and meaningful lad, as these CEOs are, and such a modest. And he doesn't like the word modest, so I don't call him
Oh,
modest
good on him. At least
because
he's
he said it's not modest because he said that's like the word tolerant. I don't tolerate. I'm not tolerant. If you complimented me with the word tolerant, I'd kick you in the face. I'd kick it, and if you move these chairs,
He's
I'll kick
honest.
you in the shins.
He's honest.
He's very honest because he says, I don't tolerate stuff. He said, I'll call it out. And he said, I expect you to too, so please don't call me tolerant or modest. He said, it's just that I'm not conceited and I don't have a big ego like you, he said. No, thanks.
Wow.
Thanks, Jeff.
So many things to talk to you about when this is done.
And then I met with a fantastic person. Modest again. And I said, what's
Do you
going
think
on?
there's something in that
Yes.
as far as their position goes?
Yes. They're not too conceited. And I love that.
Do you think that makes people a better leader?
Can I tell you, this guy, I was amazed. Have you ever heard the saying? I won't tell you who it is. These guys, I'll keep them confidential. I'm writing a book on peak performance and happiness. So 2 books. And I've got a psychologist. I'm going to do a social study. We're going to see the homeless people in Sydney. Ask me if they're happy. That'd be
not a
cool.
bad
Eh?
thing.
And I want to see people in Gladstone too. See if there's homeless people there because I
Can I
want
ask you a question
Roz,
about that?
I think you're going to anyway. Talk to you.
I am. Is there such a thing as peak performance?
What do you think?
Well, peak to me is the absolute
That's right.
top. It's the best you can do. Are you ever actually at your best?
I don't know. Well, what's the measure of being at your best?
That's right. So how do you know you're at the peak of your performance?
Well, I'm going to say it's relative. So if I was Pete Murray, who was I was speaking to last night, if he's one of the 3 people in the world that does that job, I'm one of the people in the world that want to do that job.
Mm.
I'm one of the million, billion, if he gets to do it, is he a peak performer?
Does it depend on other people's perception of being at a peak, or do you think he would constantly be trying to improve himself?
Well, and I would say
Interesting.
I'd say that that's an
Nick
element.
Surfing.
I would say that's an element of peak performance is to actually keep, and that was one of his things, continuous improvement. And he said his commentating at Ironman is totally different now to what it was. So to me,
Interesting.
I think there isn't a peak performance. I think there is,
Mhm.
and I think the only way you can, and I think to anything to be At peak, it needs to be measurable,
Yes.
and that's got to be relative to others. So I think you've got to be at the top of your game before you can be classed as a peak performer. That's
And
my gut feeling.
well, you don't have to answer it, but how many people reach their peak? Because I think
I think
we can all.
I don't think many people would admit to.
But I don't think a lot of
people.
people make it, or you'd have 50,000 people who've reached that level.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I do.
So there's something really special within somebody that they can get to that level and commit to it. And
I wind it down a little bit. So I say, if you're, and this is just in the business space because I deal with these guys and girls. I say if you're a CEO, I say you're a peak performer, and they don't associate with that. They say I'm not a peak performer. I'm just a nice guy, for example. And to me, if you're running,
you really can't be a bad CEO. You'd get.
You could be a narcissistic CEO.
Well, you could, but I mean, as far as surviving long term in that space, it would be difficult because it's measurable, obviously, on staff satisfaction and how long your retention and turnover and your return. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Right.
So,
can I tell you what this one guy told me today? It was amazing. He said, "Be nice on the way up." Because you're going to meet the same people on the way down.
Exactly.
And I've never heard that saying.
I love it.
I've
heard that.
The
Yeah.
best. I've heard the ones. Be careful who's. You got to kiss the boots today because you might have to kiss it. But no, hold on. Something about boots.
If you kiss the ass today, you might have to kiss the boots tomorrow.
Or something like that. I don't know that. Anyway, yeah, you're right. I just forget what it is. Anyway, this guy. It was unbelievable. He said, the first thing I want to tell you about being a CEO is the triangle's inverted. I'm not the CEO at the top, I'm the CEO at the bottom. I can't actually do anything in a business. I don't do work. All I do is influence. I'm like, holy shit. Wow. Isn't that a powerful, powerful perspective? Someone that runs hundreds of people, all I do is influence. And I'm going to be nice while I do that, because guess what? I've still got to have the hard conversations.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm going to treat people with dignity and respect. Why? Because I should, and they deserve it. Mind you, if they don't perform, they'll kick them in the ass.
Yeah. So you've still got to make people accountable for it.
That's
Otherwise, you fall apart.
Accountability and responsibility. Yeah. So that my day, like last night and 2 discussions today, I'm shagged in. But
You mean nearly not?
I do.
But
saying that, buzzing. Oh,
can we use the P word anymore?
yeah, if you want to. But I've just realised that's not what it is. Do you know what I've realised?
No.
It's happiness. I'm just one happy mofo.
Yeah. And that makes a big difference.
There's a lady whose husband just died. He had a funeral today.
Oh no, that's very
He's a great mate of mine. Anyway, that's life. I should go and see him. And, so shout out to Jeannie Stitt and Donnie Stitt and Chris Stitt fan, and hope everything's going well with them. And
some sad things that happen. And yeah, shout out to, I wonder how young Harry's going. Harry Maguire.
yeah, Harry Maguire. We've been tracking him. Everyone closely has been.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Why don't you and I do? So peak performance and happiness. Why don't we have a crack at that next week? What it is, and I can ask you what you think it is.
Deeper.
We can go a bit deeper, and I can tell you what I'm learning from all these dudes and dudettes.
That would be great.
And happiness, because I reckon happiness is the key. I'm writing a book on this shit.
That's very interesting. We're coming down here this afternoon because we're
but happiness is a perspective as well. So it opens a lot of.
It does. That's
What's a choice?
A good conversation.
I'm going to say happiness is a choice. So we're going to do a live on peak performance, maybe 1 week, and then happiness if you're cool.
Yeah.
Because
follow it on from that on the 3rd week from perspective.
Perspective's
a big one.
Perspective, Dan Giles.
Perspective on everything.
Madeline DeFazio, Tom King.
Guys.
Tom is my greatest cousin in Australia. He's such a good guy. And he's
your other cousins might be offended by that.
Well, they might be too. So Tom, just keep that between us.
Yeah, Tom, don't be telling everyone. The other cousins will get jealous.
No one else in the world heard Kelly McGuinness, Claire Dunkley, Donna Face. Anyway, so we've been going 38 minutes.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up, I think.
My battery lasted this week.
I know, that's really good. Well done.
So in a sentence or in a line, Gladstone is...
Gladstone's going up. Gladstone's not. I'm not talking prices or anything else. I think we're just, and it's a culmination of all the fantastic things the community have done to. That's Nick's collecting glasses. Nick's back. Nick, ready for a big night, Nick? Just go the plug to
Are you registered, Nick?
We've told them.
Are you over 30?
No.
You gonna,
We just gave you a plug about needing more guys for tonight.
How old did you think?
I actually thought you were 31. Are you 29? Have I got it mixed? How old are you?
22.
nah,
You won,
You won,
you
George.
are not. How old are you?
29.
29. There you
Big-
go.
Another big party at your place then next week.
No, I've moved out of that.
Didn't you have a
place,
big 30th at your place?
so Juan did.
He's a strikingly handsome young man too, Nick. And your own family.
I am
Hey, Deb and Graham.
going overseas for mine.
Going
Where are you
overseas.
going?
It's getting out of town.
He's getting away from us. I
So
think.
finishing up because we do
Finishing up,
have
talking through it.
stuff. I know
I've
you're
gotta go,
going home
so-
for a sleep,
and
but
I've gotta
I'm
make a
going
phone
home
call,
to get
yeah,
ready
I've
to go. Come back
Yeah,
out.
Thank you. Barb was on. Barb took a call from me. Wasn't it?
Secretary Bar.
Secretary
Yeah,
Barb. She's
Secretary
good.
Barb.
She's so good at multitasking. I don't think she can.
No, there's not. It's awesome.
So
So Gladstone's on the up and up. It's
Oh,
really
good.
positive, and like I said, it's a combination of the community pulling together over the last couple of years, off the back of the bus that we've just been through,
That's it.
and yeah, things are looking really positive. Lots of new businesses opening,
Yeah.
heaps of projects. Keep up the great work, everybody.
Support
Support
local
the new
businesses.
businesses, support the new projects.
yeah,
Make sure that you
put in for a job at them.
do your research, get educated. If you hear that there's an announcement or a project coming, don't just read the headline in the newspaper.
Go and
Make sure
research
you
it.
actually go in and find out the details, because you probably can't comment accurately on what's going to happen or whether it. Oh, look at that little baby.
I know, little Bubby
On what,
would be about 2 days old. I reckon,
yeah.
that baby.
Tiny ones. So yeah, we really need to make sure that people just keep a level head and make sure that they are educated about these projects
And at the
and
same
what they're
time,
going to do and what stage
get
they're actually at. Are there other
excited.
approval stages they have to get through?
Get excited.
Like I said, Glenn Butcher's office, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to.
We're going to do a live at Gucci.
Yeah, I think we'll get Matt and Butchie on at some stage,
Yeah,
and
let's do that.
a few more famous people.
Yeah.
We still haven't got Zachy up here.
No,
Does he even watch our lives?
no. He's your mate.
Oh, Matt and Shorty here.
And
Matt's dad just had a heart attack,
Oh,
so yeah,
no.
best wishes to him. He's down in Brisbane, doing okay, I believe. But yeah,
I'm going to actually ask Gucci. I want to do a peak performance in Happiness Live with Gucci. All right, team.
cheers. We're going to wrap
Been a
up
pleasure.
now. Got
Thank you.
people arriving. Have a
Have
great
fun.
weekend and an
Cheers.
awesome week. And see you next week.
Yeah, good dream. Cheers.